And good evening to you once again, and welcome to state championship action of the IESA Class 3A Girls State Finals. It's the 24-1 Germantown Hills Warriors and the 27-0 Pikeland Lady Braves for the state championship here tonight. Alongside Justin Poor and Damon Emmerich, I'm Charlie Hull, and this is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. And what should be a dandy matchup here. Germantown Hills getting to play for the state championship on their home floor, and the Pikeland Lady Braves looking to win their second undefeated state championship. Should be a lot of fun. Glad you're with us. We'll talk more about the matchup on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout Central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005, or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Germantown Hills and the Pikeland Lady Braves in a state championship. And Damon, you know, there's a lot of teams that dream about getting here. These two teams have arrived, and Germantown Hills says this dream looks a lot like where we put our home games this season.
Looks a lot like our first practice of the season. Has been able to take advantage of playing on their home court. Season couldn't have gone any better for this Warrior squad up until tonight, as they've got a chance to cap a season with only 1 defeat and secure a victory on their home court. They've got a tough matchup ahead of them as they will face a Pikeland squad who has grown accustomed to being here in the state tournament series.
This Germantown Hills squad, 24-1. Their one loss was a 38-12 loss to Peoria Christ Lutheran. Other than that, no defeats. Postseason action defeated Canton Ingersoll 46-15 and Green Valley Midwest Central 45-33 in the regional. Won their sectional 33-24 over Sherrard, and in action on Saturday beat Washington 35-28 and defeated Litchfield 31-18. For the Pikeland Lady Braves, an unblemished record in the regular season, including wins in regular season action. A win over Havana, who's playing for the 2A state championship, against Liberty, who also was defeated by Pikeland in one of their closer games of the season, actually, 39-31. Both of those games were single-digit contests. Postseason wins over Quincy St. Peter, 44-13. Over Pleasant Plains, 41-32. And the sectional defeated Petersburg Porta, 52-8. And here in state action, 42-19 over Teutopolis and 42-13 against Shanahan in the semifinals. So these two teams come out, and Damon, both of them with impressive defensive efforts. And really the thing that impresses me about these two teams is while they both have maybe a key scorer for their teams, they're very well-rounded programs.
Yeah, very unselfish, and they don't always like to take the first shot. They like to take the best shot, and that's something that we saw in both contests on Saturday for each of these squads. And the big key for them is just going to be coming out and trying to dictate the pace of the game. We know that Pikeland likes to speed teams up and try to force turnovers, and for Germantown Hills, can they get into a half-court set and really get the ball moving around in this ballgame?
For this Germantown Hills squad, Leah Koster had a great Saturday, and she has really been a key player for them throughout the entire season and a big part of their success. She's doing the bulk of the ball handling right now and also is their main scorer from the guard position. Yeah,
Leah Koster did a nice job on Saturday, and we saw in game number 1 in the second half, she carried her Warrior squad to victory and then jumped out in the second game of the night and really was the only scorer throughout the majority of the first half for the Warriors as they defeated the Litchfield Panthers squad to move to this championship game. We saw Bailey Nina really have a big couple of minutes against Washington in the quarterfinal. Was a little quieter against Litchfield as she and Harmon were matched up and kind of negated each other in size, but Bailey Nina is also a player who could be a big impact player in this matchup. Yeah, I think Bailey Nina is going to be the key in this one for Germantown Hills. She came out game 1 on Saturday, really established herself early, had 8 quick points, then just kind of slowed down on the offensive side, didn't really look to score a whole lot, and they're going to need her presence here tonight to come out and help this squad if they want to have a chance for victory. With her height, she's going to pose some problems down low for this Pikeland squad, but she also has the ability to handle the ball very well for this Warrior squad, and it's going to be needed tonight as Koster is going to need help bringing the ball up the court against this Pikeland press. Yeah, for Pikeland, you talk about that press, and that's really where it starts. That pressure defense is really what this Lady Braves team hangs their hat on. Well, it's what gets them started. They've got great ball pressure between Reese Ramsey, Lincoln McCartney, and then Bailey Hill, and they do a great job not only with putting pressure on the opposing team, but we really don't see this Pikeland squad foul very much. We typically see Lincoln McCartney on the best guard presence for the opposing team, and she does a very good job moving her feet and staying in front of the basketball without fouling. And for Pikeland, Reese Ramsey had a big game in the opener on Saturday. Then Shanahan decided they were going to, try to face guard her and keep it away from her. And what that showed is really how good the rest of the Pikeland team can be offensively. Ramsey obviously can put up, 20 points basically at any time. But it's not like if you shut her down, you shut the entire team down. Yeah, Ramsey's going to be at the top of any scouting report for a team that's going to play Pikeland. But what we saw in the in the semifinal game on Saturday night was Kinley Griggs just took over. She had a nice job for the Pikeland squad in helping lead them to victory. And then, of course, you have Lincoln McCartney, who knocked down a couple of threes. Bailey Hill did a good job. So you can try to take Ramsey out of the game and try to limit how many touches she's going to get or how many points she puts up. But it's not like if she can't score that this game is just out of hand for the Pikeland Lady Braves. Both teams out on the court warming up in preparation for this state championship game. How big of an advantage is it for Pikeland having played in a state championship game a year ago? Do those same nerves come into play here as they maybe do for Germantown Hills playing in it for the first time, or both teams be equally nervous, do you think, coming in tonight? Well, I think if you weren't playing in Germantown Hills against Germantown Hills, it might be an advantage, but whereas you've got the experience of playing in a state championship game that helps this Lady Brave squad, they're also going against the opposing crowd, a crowd not very often is Pikeland going against a crowd that's bigger than their own. So they've got to come out early in this one and deal with the noise, but also try to get this Germantown Hills crowd out of the ball game, because if you let Germantown Hills stick around and get into this ball game, this fan base is going to get even rowdier. We'll step aside for a break on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll talk more on the other side of this timeout.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food, feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Just about ready for tip-off here in the state championship game. Germantown Hills, 1 loss. Pikeland, no losses on the season. And really, you look across the board in classes 1A through 4A and just some tremendous records playing for state championships tonight. 1A, Siegel St. Michael and Washington St. Patrick, both undefeated. 23-0 and 25-0. Havana's 27-1. Their only losses to this Pikeland squad. Liberty's 25-2. One of their 2 losses is to this Pikeland squad. And then in 4A, Dunlap Middle School's 24-5 and Mount Zion's 26-3. So some really impressive teams playing for state championships here tonight.
Yeah, and you got a chance to watch very good basketball here on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you're tuning in for the 3A state championships. But if you don't want to watch this one or want to go back and forth, you've also got the opportunity to watch 1A, 2A, and 4A all here live on Central Illinois Sports.
We will step aside. We'll have the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups for you next.
Is your little boy or girl off the naughty list? Well, don't miss your last chance to get toys at a huge sale December 17th at your local Farm and Home Supply. Here are some of our favorite deals, including this Build-A-Buddy tractor for under $20 and this huge remote control buggy for under $50. And get 25% off our huge selection of Melissa and Doug, including barn and pizzas. And get 20% off all games and puzzles, including a new favorite, Chicken Poo Bingo. And one of our best sellers from last year's back, this toy hauler is under $25. See all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Time to take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups on Central Illinois Sports, from snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs and all things in between. Nobody has it like your local Farm and Home Supply. Great holiday shopping items. In fact, Damon, the jeans I'm wearing right now came from Farm and Home Supply, and you can get them as well. And I like these because they're my stretchy jeans.
Well, sure, I'm glad you're not the one modeling on the Farm and Home commercials as well.
I'm not sure what they haven't called, but my number is always open. 27-0 for the PCS Pikeland Lady Braves. Jimmy Sanderson, Frank McCartney, and Matt Seelock are their coaches. They'll start at a guard, an 8th grader, Lincoln McCartney. At a second guard, an 8th grader, Reese Ramsey. And at a third guard, she's an 8th grader, Bailey Hill. At a forward, she's an 8th grader, that's Paige Willman. And at the other forward, an 8th grader, Kinley Griggs. Willman, Ramsey, Hill, and McCartney for the Pikeland Lady Braves. For the Germantown Hills Warriors, Ryan Davis, Andy Laird, their coaches, 24-1 on the season. They'll start at a guard and 8th grader, Allie Nelson. At a second guard and 8th grader, Molly Graff. At the third guard and 8th grader, Leah Coster. At a forward, she's an 8th grader, Kira Murray. And at the other forward, an 8th grader, Bailey Nina. Nina, Murray, Coster, Graff, and Nelson for the Germantown Hills Warriors. We tip it off for the state championship next on Central Illinois Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, grab me one too.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hard-working heart.
Go team, go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Ready to tip it off from Germantown Hills. Germantown Hills in the home white uniforms, Pikeland in the reds, and it's state championship action on Central Illinois Sports. The referee steps into the center circle. Griggs jumps against Nina for Pikeland and Germantown Hills respectively, and the tip is up and controlled by the Pikeland Lady Braves. Work the ball on the baseline. Griggs try to get it to Willman. Ball is stolen away. Murray on the run into the front court as it picked right back from behind, as the two teams trade turnovers in the opening possession. McCartney with the basketball between the circles. Man-to-man defense for this squad from Germantown Hills to start tonight. McCartney with it on the wing right side. Pulls it out behind the arc. Now to Hill. Looks in the post, nothing open here. Switching on the defense is Germantown Hills off of the screen. Here's Ramsey, drives the middle. Runner up right hand, good. Reese Ramsey with the first 2 points for either squad, and makes it a 2-0 Pikeland lead. Coster gets the ball to Nina in the backcourt. She'll look to bring it up against Griggs. She's quick off the dribble. Drives into the front court. Bounce pass down low. Shot is blocked as Graff got it, and they'll say it goes off of her last.
Yeah, so going to say that one of the Lady Braves was able to knock it off of Graff as it was going out of bounds. So it will be Braves basketball. 5:07 left to play. First quarter action on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Pikeland with the lead and the basketball.
Ramsey trying to get the ball handoff. Ball was knocked loose, but she got it back. Guarded by Coster, and a good matchup there. Now she crosses over. Drives inside. Got away with maybe a carry. Little step back jump shot. Good. And Ramsey with the first 4 out of the gate. You had disagreed with the fans who thought that was a carry, Danny.
I think she stayed on top of the basketball right there. It was more so they were thrown off by the fact that Ramsey got in the air, but she never put her hand underneath the basketball.
Here's Coster on the dribble. Lobs it up for Nina. Back to Coster. Little give and go. Jump shot no good. Bumped and fouled. And Coster will shoot 2 shots.
Coster will go to the line to shoot 2 as we have our first foul of the ball game. It's going to be whistled against Paige Willman of the Lady Braves. So it'll send Leah Coster to the line for her first free throw attempts of the ball game. Coster's team trails early in this one, 4-0 Pikeland on top, 4:29 to play first quarter, as Leah Coster's first free throw is up, and it is good.
Coster was very good from the free throw line on Saturday for this squad. In fact, overall, this team shot free throws better than anybody else.
Shot very well in the game on Saturday as Coster knocks them both down. She's got 2 and cuts into that Braves lead.
4-2 the score. 4:25 to play in the first. Ramsey off of the screen, finds Griggs. She couldn't corral it, and a turnover on the Lady Braves will be their second. Germantown Hills with the ball. Length of the court to go with a chance to tie or take a lead. Graff in the backcourt, gets it to Murray. Puts the ball toward the sideline, has a tip, and still in the backcourt. Coster has to hurry here. Germantown Hills might need a timeout, and they will get the timeout before the 10-second call here. We'll take it as well. 4:06 to play in the first. It's Pikeland 4, Germantown Hills 2.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
4:06 to play in the first. Germantown Hills took the timeout to avoid the 10-second call in the backcourt. Warriors basketball, length of the court to go as Leah Coster will throw it in. Gets it to Nina. The backcourt now to Coster. She'll take it across. On the right side, Allie Nelson for a 3, no good. Rebound tipped around and down to Paige Willman for the Lady Braves of Pikeland. Ramsey with the basketball. Still a man-to-man defense here for the squad from Germantown Hills. To McCartney, top of the key, 3, and she'll knock it down. Lincoln McCartney with the tray to make it a 7-2 advantage. Nina into the front court and travels. Turnover the second by the Warriors.
I think Germantown Hills can have an advantage in this ball game if they do have Bailey Nina bring the ball up the court. Whistled for the travel right there, but Nina's going to be much quicker than the Lady Braves that are trying to guard her in this one.
Here's Ramsey, crossover, drives in, little scoop shot, no good. Rebound, Griggs will put it up and in for 2. 9-2 score. Coster has it in the backcourt. Works it toward the middle of the court. Stolen away, bumped by Hill. Hill into the front court. Ramsey, Larson, a layup, up and in for 2. 11-2 the lead, and the second timeout of the period for the Warriors. 2:59 to play in the first. Pikeland on top, 11-2.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
$2:59 to play in the first. A quick start for the Pikeland Lady Braves, which has kind of been their calling card.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better start if you're this Lady Braves squad. As we'll see them back into a half-court defense. It looks like they're going to come into a 2-3 and really extend that 2-3. And I think once Coster gives the ball up, you're going to see them really try to deny it as Coster crosses the time stripe with 2:55 to play.
Coster toward the sideline. Ball comes to Murray. The baseline, Graff. They kind of dare her to shoot it. She'll put it up. Shot no good, and Ramsey has the rebound for Pikeland. Pushes into the front court to Griggs. Griggs with the right-hand runner-up. Missed it, and Nina the rebound. Ball then tipped out of bounds by Lincoln McCartney. It'll be Warriors basketball on the sideline of the backcourt. Graff will throw it in for Germantown Hills. To Murray, now Coster. Coster guarded by Hill. Throws it into the front court to Murray. Runs it down. Bounce pass down low was off of Griggs' foot. Not going to call that an intentional kick. And they'll play on. Now Hill's pass over the top of the taller defender, and Nina is stolen away. Third turnover by Pikeland. Coster the other way. Caught near the sideline. Now finds Nelson near the half court. 2:13 to play in the first. Ball loose on the court after it is McCartney. Coster gets the loose ball. Murray, her pass is tipped. Stolen away by Ramsey. Ramsey will bring it into the front court. Left side Hill to McCartney. Dialing it up from distance. No good. Rebound pulled down by Griggs. Her shot blocked by Nina, but they'll say that she or Coster got part of the arm and will be called for the foul.
First foul of the game to be whistled against the Warriors, and they will get Bailey Nina. That'll be her first, team foul number 1. Kinley Griggs will go to the line for the Lady Braves to shoot 2 as they've got the 11-2 lead. 1:54 left to play. First quarter action on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Kinley Griggs' first free throw attempt is up and good.
Here comes Megan Heffington into the game. No, she'll check in for Griggs if Griggs will make this. On the other side for Germantown Hills, Olivia Dunn is into the game for the first time, as is Addie Mitchell.
And as Griggs is ready for the second, her shot is off to the right, no good. Nina with her second rebound of the ball game.
She's quick into the front court, overthrew her teammate in Mitchell, and a turnover here by the Warriors. Now Heffington will check in as Griggs will take the chair.
Threw that pass just a second too late as she had the right idea. Addie Mitchell was streaking down the opposite sideline, but just couldn't get it to her. Goes out of bounds, so that's the 6th turnover against the Warriors.
At the next level, though, you and I talked about during the break, the ball handling skills that Bailey Nina is showing right here will really play well for her.
Yeah, she'll be able to do that, take advantage of her height and her speed as she can really move up and down the court quickly.
There's Ramsey with a right-hand runner, no good. Rebound, Willman will be called over the back.
And that'll be Willman's second foul of the ball game. And turnover, or second foul against the Braves. Willman will take a seat, and we'll see Griggs come back in.
Length of the court to go for Germantown Hills. Nina has it. She'll dribble it up the sideline, now get to the center of the court. Nina looks for the ball handoff, now out top. It goes to Dunn. Trying to find Coster, now the ball knocked free for a moment, run down by Nina. 1:11 to play in the first. Coster left wing. Passes off into the corner, that is to Mitchell, back to Coster. Crossover, pull-up jump shot is short. Rebound put back, Nelson won't go. Rebound out of bounds off of Pikeland with 57.6 seconds to play in the opening period. Dunn to inbound for Germantown Hills. Gets it into Coster. Coster runner-up off the iron, won't fall. Rebound, Griggs had it. Now it's loose, and it's secured by Coster. Called her own shot, and now they'll say she stepped out of bounds, and so it'll be a turnover then on Germantown Hills.
7th turnover against the Warriors, 3 against the Lady Braves, and we'll see if the Braves try to hold for one shot here, as Germantown Hills is going to come out in an extended defense. Looks like a 1-2-2 trap defense that they come out in.
Here's Ramsey going to put up a 3. Shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Nina. Her third already. Bailey Nina on the run into the front court, and Travis.
Turnover number 8 against the Warriors. McCartney was able to step in front of Nina there.
30.3 seconds to play in the first. Now, while there was a foul after the travel, there was a travel before the foul. Some of the fans in our general direction didn't agree with the call. They actually asked us when we were coming in tonight if we were the officials for the second game. I said, no, but we'll have a few around us, I'm sure. Here's a pass that comes to Bailey Hill. Works it to Reese Ramsey. Now to McCartney on a pull-up 3, no good. A long rebound, run down by Coster with 4 seconds to play in the period. Gets it to Nelson. Nelson 2-1. Not going to get a shot off before the buzzer sounds, and 1 quarter is in the books. It's the Pikeland Lady Braves 12, the Germantown Hills Warriors 2. Back with second quarter action next.
Hey, grab me 1 too.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the perfect gifts for this holiday season.
Come in and check out all of the great gift ideas like hunting accessories, clothing, gun safes, guns and bows.
Let Game Masters help you with your holiday shopping.
Go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection.
And don't forget gift cards for those hard-to-buy loved ones. Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
Game Masters in Quincy. We're passionate about the outdoors.
Ready to start quarter number 2. It's 12-2. Germantown Hills trailing, and the Warriors will have the basketball to start the second quarter.
Warriors are 0 of 6 from the field after 1 quarter of play, knocked down both of their free throw attempts. The Lady Braves are 5 of 11 from the floor for 45%.
Coster with the ball, drives in, off the side of the iron, no good. Nina rebound, put back up and in. Nina gets the offensive board to the putback and makes it a 12-4 score. Hill with it out front, and they'll call Coster on a reach-in foul.
That'll be Leah Coster's first foul of the quarter against the Warriors. Saw Bailey Nina take advantage of her height on that last possession for the Warriors to pick up the offensive rebound and the putback, and that's something that she can look to capitalize on in this ballgame.
Hill with it out front. Has picked up the dribble and travels. Pivoted on both feet. And a turnover on Pikeland is their 4th. But into the contest, returning for Germantown Hills will be Molly Graff, as Dunn will sit down. Germantown Hills down 12-4, but on the attack here. The only 2 points of the quarter so far. Coster brings it toward the front court. And an offensive foul is going to be called against Nina.
That's a big one right there, as that's Nina's second team foul of the quarter and the 9th turnover against the Warriors. So Bailey Nina is going to go to the bench with those 2 fouls, as we see a 7th grader check into the ballgame for the Warriors, as Addison points into the ballgame for the first time in this one.
That's what they're going to say, is Nina did not get set on that screen, so she was called for the offensive foul. Here's Heffington into the corner. Ramsey lets it fly. It's off the mark. Rebound tipped around and pulled in by Nelson. Into the front court. Coster on the crossover dribble. Looked in the post to Mitchell. Now quickly back out to Nelson. That's how to use the dribble. Finds Coster near the sideline. Back out front, Nelson. 4:47 to play in the half. Coster now with a deep 3, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Ramsey for Pikeland. Into the front court. McCartney to Ramsey. And she'll set up the half-court attack. Puts up a kind of a wild shot here, no good. And the rebound pulled in by Molly Graff. Long pass into the front court. Nelson on the run out. Layup up and good. And it's a 4-0 run for Germantown Hills to make it a 6-point game. McCartney with the basketball. Shouts out the instruction for her team to Hill. Back to McCartney. Ramsey on the left wing. To McCartney. Now Hill. Ramsey on the right side of things now. Skip pass out top. McCartney. Quick pass down low to Heffington. Works the pass to McCartney. Good defense right now by Germantown Hills. Playing a little zone of some type. Damon, what do we got here?
Yeah, so they're in a flat 1-2-2. It almost gets down to a 1-4 defense at some time as McCartney uses the screen. Her 3 is up and no good. Nelson with her 3rd rebound for the Warriors.
To Coster, whose runner is no good, and Griggs pulls down the rebound.
It's Griggs' 3rd rebound of the ball game. And now they're going into a matchup zone is what Germantown Hills is running.
Right side with it is McCartney. Ball reverse left side. Ramsey for a 3, no good. And Griggs saves the rebound in, but it's in the hands of Nelson for Germantown Hills. Pikeland shooting quite a few more threes than we saw them shoot on Saturday.
1 for 7 in this ball game from the 3 as Coster takes a deep 3 off the back of the rim, no good. And Hill will track down the rebound for Pikeland.
Took that 2:48 to play here in the first half. Ramsey with a pull-up jump shot now. Can't get the lid off the basket in the second period. Rebound tipped around. Pulled down by Griggs. Shot up no good. Gets her own rebound. Back out to McCartney for a three. It's good. Credit Griggs to give her team a second option there.
Yeah, Kinley Griggs now with 4 offensive rebounds in the ball game. And the 9-point lead is the second largest lead that Pikeland's had, led by as many as 10.
2:17 to play in the half. Here's Coster as her defender went flying by. Her pull-up jump shot's too hard. And Bailey Hill with the rebound for Pikeland.
Coster's really having to exert a lot of energy on both ends of the floor, especially with Bailey Nina on the bench with those 2 fouls.
The range was in the outfield there for a moment. Now Ramsey with it. Still on the dribble. Skips left side McCartney. McCartney dialing up another 3, no good. Rebound, Heffington and Coster fight for position, and Coster knocked it out of bounds.
Coster's got to go to the bench as she's gassed right now. And Germantown Hills with 1:44 to play in the first half, trailing 15-6, has their 2 leading scorers on the bench.
Here's Hill. Fakes, drives, pull-up shot, banks it in. Makes it an 11-point lead. Is the largest of the contest on the PCRE scoreboard. 1:28 to play in the half. Into the front court, Murray. Dribble drive inside. Gets down low and scores. Good take to the hoop that time by Kira Murray. Like that aggressiveness when your 2 main scorers are on the bench. Somebody else has to step up, and she did for her team right there. Free throw line, McCartney. She'll get it to Griggs on the baseline. Looks across to Hill. Hill drives the middle. Tried the bounce pass down to Griggs, who picks it up. Shot won't go. And the rebound down to Graff for the Warriors. She then loses her footing and is called for a travel.
Turnover number 10 against the Warriors, just their second here of the quarter. And Jimmy Sanderson wants to take a timeout to talk about the last 54.4 seconds. We'll take it to Pikeland 17, Germantown Hills 8. We're back in 30 seconds.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
54.4 seconds to play in the half. The Pikeland Lady Braves out of the timeout will have the ball underneath their own hoop here. Up 17-8. As Germantown Hills breaking out of the timeout huddle here. Kaya Hoover will check in, but not before the next dead ball. She hadn't reported early enough in the timeout. Inbounds pass comes to McCartney. Now to Hill. Hill along to no good. Rebound down to Griggs again. To McCartney. Now Ramsey knifes the lane. Little runner up. Gets it to roll. Ramsey with another 2 to make it 19-8. Tying that 11-point lead with 35 seconds to play in the half. Nelson into the front court. Gets the ball off on the right side. That's to Points. Addison Points holds it high and throws it down low and turns it over. Hill with the steal with 22 seconds left. To Ramsey with 15 seconds. Sets the play in motion to McCartney. Off to Griggs and threw it too high and out of bounds.
That's the 5th turnover of the ball game against the Braves.
So here comes Hoover into the game. And she'll replace Graff with 6.8 seconds to play in the half. Bounce pass to Nelson. Dribbles it up with 4, 3 into a double team. Out of it to Mitchell. Mitchell with deep 3 off the window, no good at the buzzer. And we had the halftime of the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It's the Pikeland Lady Braves 19, the Germantown Hills Warriors 8. Back with halftime stats and more after this.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Is your little boy or girl off the naughty list? Well, don't miss your last chance to get toys at a huge sale December 17th at your local Farm Home Supply. Here are some of our favorite deals, including this Build-A-Buddy tractor for under 20 bucks and this huge remote control buggy for under 50 bucks. And get 25% off our huge selection of Melissa and Doug, including barn and pizzas. And get 20% off all games and puzzles, including a new favorite, Chicken Poo Bingo. And one of our best sellers from last year's back, this toy hauler is under 25 bucks. See all these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state-of-the-art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. It's a 19-8 lead for the Pikeland Lady Braves on top of the Germantown Hills Warriors here at the halftime break. And Damon Emmerich has a look at some halftime stats.
After one quarter of play, Pikeland had the 12-2 lead before taking the 11-point lead into the half by a score of 19-8. Pikeland's lead of 11 ties their largest lead of the ball game. No ties in this one and no lead changes. Germantown Hills with 11 turnovers, 8 of those coming in the first quarter of play. And the Lady Braves in this one have 5 turnovers as they take into the half a 19-8 lead here over Germantown Hills.
It is an 11-point game here at halftime. Damon has a look at the rest of your halftime stats on the Little Jess Motors halftime show next.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the perfect gifts for this holiday season.
Come in and check out all of the great gift ideas like hunting accessories, clothing, gun safes, guns and bows.
Let Game Masters help you with your holiday shopping.
Go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection.
And don't forget gift cards for those hard-to-buy loved ones. Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
Game Masters in Quincy.
We're passionate about the outdoors.
Welcome back to the Little Jess Motors Halftime Show. Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. 3431 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next. And Nelson both, and they'll need that to continue in the second half to try to make this comeback bid.
Yeah, the first quarter isn't something that Germantown Hills was happy with as they trailed 12-2 after one. But really that second quarter was pretty even. Pikeland outscored them by one. But the Warriors need to do a better job taking care of the basketball. And like we talked about early on, I think one of the keys there could be giving the ball to Bailey Nina and having her bring the ball up the court to break the press, as she was able to use her speed to beat the press and get up and down the floor. And she also was able to get a few offensive rebounds down below. But the key here for the Warriors in the third quarter is they're just going to have to come in and try to chip away at this. If they could get it to where going into the fourth quarter, you know, it's a 5 or 6 point game or less, they've got to feel pretty good going into that last quarter of play.
Both teams coming out to the court to warm up for the second half. We'll step aside for our final break on the Little Jess Motors Halftime Show. Second half action for you next on Central Illinois Sports.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout Central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
Ready to start the second half of the state championship game. It's the Pikeland Lady Braves 19, the Germantown Hills Warriors 8. Pikeland will have the ball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, I think we saw for Pikeland in that first half of play, they're happy that they've got an 11-point lead, but they're really not happy with the way that they played, shooting just 33% from the floor in that first half, 2 of 9 from behind the three-point line. And so the Lady Braves are going to look to get established on the offensive end here early. We'll see Bailey Nina back out on the floor for Germantown Hills up at the top of the defense, and they're going to try to cut this floor in half.
Yeah, we saw several times on Saturday how hard it was for the teams to just really adjust to Nina's length, trying to throw over the top of her, and she got a lot of steals out of it.
She did, and Pikeland was lucky as they're going to have a turnover to start the third quarter.
Coster has it in the backcourt, finds Murray near the half-court line, gets it across to Coster. Now to Nina, back to Coster, who sat the last couple of minutes of that first half as she just was a little winded, having to play so hard on both ends of the court. And with the added pressure of a state championship game, I'm sure that doesn't help with the nerves a bit here. She'll get it back on the pass from Nelson on the right side. Now Murray. Murray with the drive inside, kicks it back out to Nelson. Looks in the paint to Nina, down low, turnaround shot no good. Gets her own rebound, put back one fall. McCartney with the rebound for Pikeland. Right idea there for Germantown Hills, just couldn't get it to go. And now here, Nina's going to get called for a foul. She tried to run through the screen.
That'll be her first foul of the quarter against the Warriors. And we're going to see her take a seat, as don't want to have her pick up a fourth foul early in the third quarter.
Added some points back into the game. We saw points in that second quarter from a substitute role. McCartney with the basketball out front, works it left side to Ramsey. Surveys the floor, looks down low, pass knocked out of bounds by a hustling Leah Coster.
Nice job by Coster there. Really kind of baited Ramsey into throwing that. She just couldn't get there in time for the steal, but was able to deflect it out of bounds. So we'll see Lincoln McCartney inbound for the Lady Braves.
Inbounds pass comes to Griggs. She gets an open look, can't get it to go. Murray with the weak side rebound. Works the outlet pass, and it's turned over as Graff was not expecting that one to come her way, and it went out of bounds right behind her.
Turnover against the Warriors, that's their 12th. Still looking for our first points of the second half for either team.
Griggs to Ramsey to McCartney in the corner. Works it out top to Hill. Hill drives in to Willman in the post. She has it tied up, and this will be a turnover. As the arrow favors Germantown Hills.
7th turnover of the game against the Braves.
Coster brings it into the front court for the Warriors. To Murray on the left wing. And down low, points trying to get established in the post. Now to Coster. Nelson gets it on the right side. Tries to drive baseline. Cut off there by Hill. Out top to Murray. 3:55 to play here in the third. Lob pass down low to Points. Had trouble with the catch. Regains it. Gets it to Nelson on the right side for a three. No good. And the rebound. McCartney saves it in bounds to Murray, who shot one fall. Rebound out of bounds. It stays with Germantown Hills underneath.
Lady Braves catch a break right there as tried to save it, but it went right underneath the Warriors basket. Warriors couldn't get their layup to go. They'll have another chance as they inbound to Murray.
Murray with a good drive off the front of the rim, no good. On the outlet pass, quickly comes to Hill into the front court. Shot it up is no good, but she's fouled and will shoot 2 shots.
Second foul against Leah Coster, second foul of the quarter. Griggs did a great job right there. Caught the rebound and quickly threw the outlet pass to Bailey Hill, who was able to attack the basket. Couldn't get the shot to go, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2, looking to give her team their largest lead of the contest, and she's able to do just that as she knocks down her first. That gives the Braves a 12-point lead, 20-8 with 3:35 to play here in the third quarter on the PCRE scoreboard. Hill's second is also good. It's now a 13-point Lady Braves lead.
Coster quickly into the front court for Germantown Hills. Drives inside off of the screen. Her shot is no good, but is fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line, shooting a pair.
Looks like they'll get Willman for that. That'll be Willman's third, team foul number 1 of the quarter. Coster goes to the line looking for some points for the Warriors. Scoreless so far here in the third quarter. Leah Coster with just 2 points in the ballgame thus far. 2 for 2 from the line, as after this first free throw, we'll see Megan Heffington check in for the Lady Braves. Coster can't get the first free throw to go, so she'll have 1 shot to go as Willman goes to the bench with her 3 fouls. Pikeland with the 21-8 lead, 3:28 to play here, third quarter action, state championship finals. As Leah Coster at the line for Germantown Hills misses them both, Lincoln McCartney gets her second rebound of the ballgame.
Ramsey to McCartney into the front court. In the corner to Griggs. Looks in the post, now back out top to McCartney. 3:17 to play in the third. Pass right side, knocked away by Murray. A lot of quickness on this team for Germantown Hills, and they do a good job of recovering on the defensive end.
Yeah, they've got a lot of length out there. They're able to move around, and they've really done a nice job in this game against this Brave squad.
Ramsey has it out front. Looks on the left side to Griggs. Backside wide open. There's Hill, who puts it up and in for 2. Bailey Hill with the basket to make it 23-8. Into the front court, Murray. Back to Coster. Off of the screen from Points. Drives in. Runner up and good by Leah Coster. 2:45 to play in the period. Hill to Ramsey. Free throw line, McCartney turns and faces, finds herself open, and is fouled on the shot by Nelson.
Nelson will be whistled for her third foul of the quarter against the Warriors. So it'll send Lincoln McCartney to the line to shoot 2. Her team with the 23-10 lead, 2:36 to play here in the third quarter. As McCartney's first shot is good. See Addie Mitchell check back into the ballgame for the Warriors, and Coster will go to the bench as Lincoln McCartney at the line. Her second free throw on its way, and she gets them both. It ties the largest lead of the ball game for the Lady Braves at 15.
2:33 to play in the third. Mitchell with the basketball, works it on the right side. Nelson surveys the floor, now takes the dribble to the top of the key. Trying to make something happen here, close to 5. Her pass is knocked into the backcourt, run down by Points. And a timeout going to be whistled for Germantown Hills. The Warriors call their third timeout of the evening. 2:14 to play in the third. Germantown Hills trails Pikeland 25-10.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that. It looks awesome. And then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Dot.
You're getting thirsty, bold, refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
2:14 to play in the third, 25-10. The Pikeland lead over Germantown Hills. Germantown Hills took the timeout, and during the timeout we saw both Coster and Nina come back in for the Warriors.
Yeah, need those two out on the floor for this Warriors squad, as Coster, we've seen, has tried to be pretty aggressive here on the offensive end in this quarter. Nina picked up that third foul early on, but she's got to be out there to really give her squad a chance.
It's Germantown Hills basketball. Their coach told the girls to go back and play defense, and they need to inbound the ball. And now the ball is sitting on the sideline as no one came to it. Now Mitchell will. And it's stolen away if Griggs can control it, which she cannot. And now the length of the court to go for Germantown Hills. .210 to play in the third. Nina with the basketball, brings it toward the front court. Drives all the way to the baseline. Now works it out top to Mitchell. Mitchell had an opening, puts it on the deck. Leaves it to Coster, who gets inside. Her layup is up and good for Leah Coster. 25-12. Ramsey to McCartney. Griggs now gets it on the sideline, out to McCartney. Nina playing the point of that defensive pressure here. That long wingspan. Here's Ramsey now top of the key for a three. It is good. Hit the front of the rim, hit the back of the rim, and fell through, and it's 28-12, the biggest lead of the contest for Pikeland. Nina the other way, drives in, coast to coast. Her shot won't go, but she's fouled and will shoot two.
Nice job for Nina right there to attack the bucket. You know, Charlie, we talked on Saturday about how difficult it was with Bailey Nina out at the top of the press right there at the zone. But the advantage that Pikeland had is they had several days to prepare for that, whereas on Saturday, quarterfinal game turned around to a quick semifinal game, and it's just much harder to prepare when you don't have time. Nina's first free throw attempt at the line was no good. She'll have one shot to go. She was fouled on the drive by Megan Heffington. That was Heffington's first, and the third foul of the quarter, actually second foul of the quarter against Pikeland, as Nina gets the second to go. And the Warriors are going to extend this defense into full court.
McCartney into the front court to Griggs on the wing. Free throw line to Hill. Had to kind of get it out of a crowded area. Here's a step back shot now by Ramsey. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Ramsey with another two. With a minute to play in the third. Nina into the front court, into a double team, and traveling the call.
Good defense on that last possession by Germantown Hills. Just better offense by Pikeland, as Ramsey just made a shot you're not going to see many eighth graders make.
A little step back, almost a three that time, and it hit nothing as that net barely moved. Yeah, that kind of thing doesn't happen with a lot of practice, Damon. And with a lot of practice, you still couldn't do it. And now we have a whistle and a timeout for the Pikeland Braves. 55.2 seconds to play in the third. Lady Braves lead 30-13.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state of the art. Wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number one.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
55.2 seconds to play in the third. 30-13 the lead for Pikeland over Germantown Hills. Pikeland took the timeout. They'll have the ball out of bounds opposite the scorer's table in the backcourt. Barring a tie-up in the last 55 seconds, they'll also get the ball to start the fourth quarter, and you kind of wonder if that's what Jim Sanderson had talked about with his team about valuing this possession.
Yeah, and Germantown Hills has switched to a 2-3 defense. They put Bailey Nina back in the middle. Don't want her to pick up a fourth foul. But right now, Leah Coster, we've seen had to go to the bench early in this one, just gassed, maybe a little bit of asthma that she was battling, is out top, running all around, as Pikeland has taken 30 seconds off the clock so far.
Hill with the basketball. Still can dribble and does. Works it to McCartney. Now Ramsey with 19 seconds to play in the period. Little pitch and catch with it here. Right side of McCartney. Looks the skip pass over to Ramsey. She'll put it on the deck, drive inside, and an offensive foul going to be called here.
It'll be Ramsey's first, third foul of the quarter, and it'll also be turnover number 8 against the Braves.
7.7 seconds to play in the third. And bounce pass to Nina, gets it to Coster with 5. Brings it across, 3, 2, trying to find an opening, puts up a runner, it's good as the buzzer sounds to end quarter number 3. We head to the fourth quarter. It's the Pikeland Lady Braves leading over the Germantown Hills Warriors 30-15. Back with fourth quarter action next on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Final quarter of state championship action. Pikeland on top of Germantown Hills 30-15 on the PCRE scoreboard. And they'll have the basketball to start quarter number 4. Bounce pass will go in the backcourt to Reese Ramsey, and the final quarter of the season for these squads is underway. Willman with it on the wing left side. Works it out to Ramsey. Over to Hill, deep in the corner. She'll drive in, try the bounce pass down low, and turned it over. Nelson brings it the other way for Germantown Hills. Across the half-court line to Coster. Coster, right side, Murray holds it high to Nina, top of the key. To Coster, good look, 3-ball on the way, short, and McCartney has the rebound for Pikeland. Ramsey into the front court, finds McCartney. Works it out to Hill. Off of the screen from Griggs. Now back out to McCartney, to Ramsey on the left wing, guarded by Coster. Works the screen from Willman, drives in, pass down low to Griggs. Shot up no good. Referee says she's fouled and she'll shoot 2.
First foul of the quarter against the Warriors. They're going to whistle that foul against Molly Graff. That'll be Graff's first. They'll send Kinley Griggs back to the line for the Lady Braves. Griggs with 3 points in this one. Her team with the 30-15 lead. As her first free throw is in and out, no good. She'll have 1 shot remaining. 5:06 to play here in the fourth quarter. Pikeland with the 30-15 lead over Germantown Hills, looking to add to that, as Kinley Griggs' second free throw is good.
31-15. Coster into the front court. Right side, Nelson. Puts it on the drive and lost it out of bounds. Good defense that time by Bailey Hill for Pikeland.
Pikeland's guards are very quick. They do a nice job staying in front of whoever they're guarding, especially on the drive, without fouling.
Ramsey with the basketball into the front court. Works off of the screen, now behind the back with a little hesitation move. Drives inside, a little one-person wrecking ball that time to make it 33-15. Largest lead of the contest right now. Here's Nina, caught at the free throw line, drives inside, shot up is good, and she'll get an and one opportunity here.
Nice job of attacking the bucket right there by Nina, and she is going to be fouled by Paige Willman. Willman will pick up her 4th. Actually, they'll call that foul on Bailey Hill, so that'll be Hill's first.
As you saw in the Northwestern Mutual instant replay,
Nina goes to the line and completes the and one.
Paige Willman was going to have to write a strongly worded letter because she's like, I got out of the way of that one. I know I've had 3 fouls already, but that one wasn't mine. Ramsey into the front court, guarded by Murray. Works to the wing, drives inside, runner up right hand is no good. Rebound underneath to Coster. Coster wants to push into the front court. Pulls it up now, out to Nelson with 4:04 to play. Coster on the wing, tries to drive inside, caught on the baseline, out top Nelson, good look, 3-ball, won't fall, and Ramsey has the board for Pikeland. She'll trot it across with under 4 minutes to play. Up by 15 and the basketball in their possession. Ramsey now gets free, little teardrop runner is good.
Ramsey's got 17.
And it's 35-18. Here's Murray, drives the baseline. Good find down low to Nina, who puts it up and in, and again she's fouled, and she'll head to the charity stripe.
And they'll get Lincoln McCartney for that foul. That's her second team foul of the quarter. Bailey Nina back to the line for this Warrior squad, as her free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Griggs with her 8th rebound of the ball game.
The ball stolen away. Coster on the run, no good. Griggs gets the rebound, and she's fouled by Nina.
That's Nina's 4th. Second foul of the quarter against the Warriors, and got to leave her out there, I would think, with those 4 fouls.
Olivia Dunn will come in. Nina will sit down with 3:23 to play. Ramsey brings it up for Pikeland. Up to McCartney. Look back door to Ramsey. Layup up is no good, but a foul whistled here.
Dunn will be whistled for her first foul, 3rd foul of the quarter. Reese Ramsey to the line for her first free throw attempts of the ball game. Lady Braves lead 35-20 with 3:10 to play. 4th quarter action on the PCRE scoreboard. Ramsey's first free throw is good. She's got 18. Reese Ramsey at the line. Her second free throw is good.
.307 left. Coster to Nelson, and a timeout whistled for Germantown Hills. They'll have 1 timeout left, 3:03 to play. Pikeland on top of Germantown Hills, 37-20.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
3:03 left in this one, 37-20 as Germantown Hills has the ball out of the timeout. Nelson with the top of the key. Looks for an opening. Finds Graff. Quick pass over to Coster. Coster will put it on the deck. Hands it to Dunn on the left wing. Has already used the dribble. Try to go back to Coster. It's off of her hand and out of bounds. Some of the fans in front of us, come on, you've got to score. Well, it's not as easy as that, Damon. I mean, there is a defense on the floor. And, you know, a lot of the defensive principles that you're seeing from Pikeland are things that started with a guy named Dave Bennett.
It's a novel idea.
Yeah. You talk about those principles with Dave Bennett that have carried on to a lot of different programs. I mean, that's where Jimmy Sanderson learned it as a coach here. Dave's son Lee just won his 650th basketball game. It seems like it might work.
My doctor tells me I got to lose weight, but it's not that easy either.
That's right. Ramsey with it on the drive. Runner up. Good again. Ramsey gives Pikeland their largest lead, 39-20. Coster into the front court. Off to Nelson with 2 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Now Murray had a little trouble with the catch. Ball kept alive by Graff. She'll try to drive down to the baseline against Hill. Gets underneath. Shot up no good. Rebound Murray has the ball stolen away by Griggs. Griggs pushes it ahead for Hill. Hill looking for a teammate. Has the ball tipped and stolen away by Nelson. And she's fouled by Griggs.
That'll be Griggs' first foul of the game. Third foul of the quarter. We'll see Bailey Nina back into the ballgame for Germantown Hills. Olivia Dunn will take a seat.
1:41 to play. Coster brings it into the front court. Works the pass to Nina. She can still dribble. Now she'll give it right side to Graff. Now beyond the arc to Coster. Coster with a spin move to Nelson on the wing. 1:20 to play. Here's a shot put up on the baseline by Graff, no good, and the rebound down to Ramsey. Ramsey will bring it across the half-court line with 1:07 to play in this contest. A 19-point lead in the basketball for the Pikeland Lady Braves. Looking to finish their second straight season as undefeated state champions. Ramsey with it on the wing with 50 seconds to play. Gets it out top to Hill. Hill hands it to McCartney, and a foul going to be called here.
Fourth foul of the quarter against the Warriors. As that one's going to go against Allie Nelson. That's her second.
And we're going to see some substitutes in. Germantown Hills will bring Kaya Hover in. Also into the game is Bella Piscaglia, Carrington Blake, and Addie Mitchell. Pikeland brings into the game Heffington. Also in it for the first time is Libby Kearns for Pikeland. 42.7 seconds left. McCartney to Hill. Hill puts it on the floor. I don't think Germantown Hills is going to foul here. Probably see Jim Sanderson call a timeout in just a moment to get some other substitutes into the game, like right now. 19.1 seconds to play. Into the contest will come Maddie Burton, Kinley Ruzic, and Elle Sanderson. And they will take the time for the timeout. And we'll keep it right here. We will have medal and trophy presentation for you following this contest for both squads. As some of the fans head to the exit here. Trying to beat that rush hour traffic. You talk about Damon going out 28 times in a season and not having a number on the right-hand side of your record after being 27-0 the year before.
Well, and this is the Lady Brave squad in their regional championship game. They were down 10 in the third quarter against Pleasant Plains. They came back and were able to capture victory in that one, and they've done a nice job ever since of really not leaving a whole lot of question marks about the outcome of each game since that regional championship victory.
Burton with the ball, throws a pass. Piscaglia tips it and into the backcourt, run down by Elle Sanderson. To Burton with 4 seconds left. She's trying to just dribble this one out. 2-1, and the Pikeland Lady Braves are the undefeated champions of IESA Class 3A girls basketball. They finished with a record of 28-0. Germantown Hills with a record of 24-2 on the season. We take you to the Blessing Health System post-game show. We'll have final stats. We'll have the medal and trophy presentation. We'll also name our player of the game. It's all coming your way on Central Illinois Sports.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's open heart surgery team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hardworking heart.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Dot.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Welcome back to the Blessing Health System postgame show. Final in this one, the Pikeland Lady Braves take the state championship over the Germantown Hills Warriors. 39-20 is the final. And Damon Emmerich has a look at your final stats.
Well, for the Warriors of Germantown Hills, they shot 8 of 22 from the 2, 0 for 7 from the three-point line for 28% shooting in the ballgame on 8 of 29 from the field. They were 4 of 8 from the free throw line. The Warriors had 8 turnovers after 1 quarter of play, only had 8 more throughout their last 3 quarters. Scoring for the Warriors in this ballgame, 4 players in the scoring column, 2 points apiece for Kyra Murray and Allie Nelson, and Bailey Nina and Leah Coster both finishing with 8 points apiece. For the Pikeland Lady Braves, they were 11 of 22 from the 2 and 3 of 10 from the three-point line, shooting a total of 14 of 32 from the field for 44%. 10 free throw attempts in the ballgame for the Braves, knocking down 8 of those. Individual scoring in the ballgame for the Braves, Kenley Griggs finishes with 4 points to go along with 8 rebounds, 6 points for Bailey Hill, 8 points for Lincoln McCartney, and Reese Ramsey led the way in this one for Pikeland with 21 points.
Sportsmanship pin handed out to Molly Graff of Germantown Hills and Megan Heffington of Pikeland for their great sportsmanship during tonight's contest. Now they hand out the medals and the trophies to these two teams. Germantown Hills, Ryan Davis, Andy Laird, their coaches. They finished with a record of 24-2 on the season. Do the Warriors here in Class 3A, the runner-up, and they'll announce their administrators first of all. Again, we thank them for all of their work on the season, administrating and such. Big crowd here for Germantown Hills. A fantastic season, Damon. Just 2 losses on the year for Germantown Hills. The Warriors, nothing to be ashamed of. They just ran into a team who really has been pretty dominant in their junior high career.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success, starting with when they were 6th graders all the way through here. And it's, you know, it's not just luck. It's a lot of talent to go through the last 2 years of your junior high basketball career without losing a game. And to be able to come to the state tournament and have the success that they've had, it says a lot about the caliber of players that Pikeland has, the work that they've put in, not just during the season, but in the offseason as well. And this is a group that has a lot going for them in their athletic careers.
Let's meet the players for Germantown Hills. Number 1, a 7th grader, Cadence Beck. Number 2, an 8th grader, Carrington Blake. Number 3, an 8th grader, Addie Mitchell. Number 10, an 8th grader, Allie Nelson. Number 12, an 8th grader, Molly Graff. Number 13, an 8th grader, Kaya Hover. Number 23, an 8th grader, Bella Piscaglia. Number 24, an 8th grader, Leah Coster. Number 25, an 8th grader, Olivia Dunn. Number 31, an 8th grader, Kira Murray. Number 32, a 7th grader, Addison Points. Number 33, an 8th grader, Bailey Nina. And number 40, an 8th grader, Kate Lucas. Those are the participants for the Germantown Hills Warriors. Congratulations again to Germantown Hills for their second place finish here in the IESA 8th grade state tournament. And now we'll meet the Pikeland Lady Braves, finish their record with a 28-0 record, and it means they've won 55 games in a row. Finished as the state champions last year in 7th grade, 3rd place in 8th grade with a lot of these players playing up. And introducing the administrators now, first for Pikeland. Some of them have new titles today, too, that are good to know about. Thanks to all of them. They did have a little bit of duties. They brought that pep bus. That's a chore now, Damon.
They deserve a medal for sure for that.
Jim Sanderson, Frank McCartney, and Matt Seelock, the coaches for the Pikeland Lady Braves. And now the players for Pikeland. Number 4, a 7th grader, Tinley Ruzich. Number 10, a 7th grader, Maddie Burton. Number 12, an 8th grader, Lincoln McCartney. Number 15, an 8th grader, Reese Ramsey. Number 23, an 8th grader, Paige Willman. Number 24, an 8th grader, Bailey Hill. Number 32, a 7th grader, Natalie Capps. Number 33, a 7th grader, Elle Sanderson. Number 41, an 8th grader, Libby Kearns. Number 42, an 8th grader, Kinley Griggs. Number 43, a 7th grader, Jalen Grimsley. Number 51, a 7th grader, Peyton Martin. And number 52, an 8th grader, Megan Heffington. Those are the Lady Braves. And they'll also have their statistician and Anna Peterson. Tatum Conrad, I believe, is the official hype person for the program. She stands at the end of the tunnel during introductions. And now they'll hand out the trophies, as the Warriors will take the 2nd place trophy. Congratulations again to Germantown Hills on a fantastic season, culminating here at the state tournament in 2nd place with a record of 24-2. And now the state championship trophy will be handed out to the Pikeland Lady Braves, who finished with a record of 28-0 on the season. And as the student section comes out to celebrate with their team, we will bid you farewell from Germantown Hills. For Justin Poor and Damon Emmerich, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking all of you, thanking the IESA for giving us the opportunity to broadcast the games this season from the state tournament at all 4 locations in both 7th and 8th grade girls basketball. We'll be back in February with boys basketball action, also volleyball later in March. So we hope you'll join us then as well. That's going to do it from this location in Germantown Hills and another Central Illinois Sports presentation.